What decision do you need to make? Now, we were talking about known and unknown targets, but what this is really about is crushing it in the unknown. But the only way that's going to happen is to get in the game. So what is the change? What is the commitment? What is the statement? What is the belief? What is the perspective? What is the frame? What do you need to hear, decide, or do to make sure you're always in the game because you give yourself no other option? All right, known, unknown targets. I'm going to assume you don't know what those are. Really simple. A known target is what you know how to do or have done before. Now, an unknown target is something I haven't done before. Now, this call isn't just about explaining the difference. We're going to align you, and we're going to break through whatever resistance is coming up. So, really simply, what percentage of your time, and don't even use your brain, use your guts answer, okay? Your guts answer. Like the first answer that pops into your head. What percentage of out of 100%, what percentage of the time are you focused on known targets / what percentage of the time are you focused on unknown out of 100%? After that number, write down 0 to 10 how much stress you've been feeling on average the past 12 months. So the higher percentage you operate in the known, the lower your stress is going to be. The higher in the unknown, the higher your stress level will be. Where does all the magic happen, known or unknown? So, to quote Tony Robbins, because Tony Robbins is awesome. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Tony Robbins, actually. He said, who else? Remember that quote? What does it go? He says, the amount of fulfillment and satisfaction you have in your life is directly proportional to the amount of uncertainty you can tolerate. You guys heard that quote before? I may have slaughtered it a little bit, but yeah. The level of fulfillment and satisfaction you experience in your lifetime is directly proportional to the amount of uncertainty you can tolerate. Meaning, the more uncertainty you can tolerate, the more satisfaction and fulfillment you're going to have. And you've heard me say this before, right? You've heard me say doing the impossible is the hardest thing I've ever done. So it's a balancing act. Let's also know that we go through phases. You may have done the impossible last year and you're in a 6-month chill out recovery phase. That's also fine as well. But the thing we want to be aware of, we want to be aware if we're aiming too low just because it's too uncomfortable for us. Because you are too powerful, too intelligent, too capable, too motivated, too successful to not be playing at your full potential. The thing that keeps you from playing at your full potential is the fear and the uncertainty that comes with that. Notice how everyone's feeling right now. Can you feel that? Who feels that in your stomach right now? Can't be just me. That's the collective gut punch I just hit you with. So just breathe. Stay in it. Stay in that uncomfortable, itchy, uneasy, skin crawlingness. Sit in it. If you want to conquer success and hit these big targets, it's can you create certainty in the unknown? And right now, this type of question, anytime I ask people, what level are you playing at? There's always a judgment that comes. Because most people haven't dug deep enough to shift that belief there. Because while we're sitting in it, now stay in it. I'm going to say something, but don't let this soothe you. Just bring the awareness. Like you're sitting in it right now going, oh my God, I've been in a pattern of playing less than my potential. So there's a discomfort there, but notice there's are you starting to feel the certainty in your decision from it? Because the fact is you did the best you could until now. But we know there's more. So, what is one target, one thing that would be completely impossible for you to do this year, but would be a lot of fun anyway? What would be completely impossible, but would be a lot of fun to do anyway? Sometimes that realization of where you are is painful. You are where you are right now. Look at your age, look at your relationship status, your family status, your financial status, your physical body, its vitality, its lack of it, in shape, not in shape, overweight, underweight, ideal weight, strong, flexible, not. Your default emotional state, the emotional patterns you've been feeling. It is what it is. And have you been on a call with me before? Think about this. Have you been on a call with me, an MSA call, an MMR call, a live event, a coaching call? Have you been on a call or something with me or someone else before where you said, I'm playing small, and then you said something like, I need to go bigger? Has that happened before? Yes or no? So now let's put the bullshit fluff answer aside. And let's put the real answer up. What do you have to do to play huge, play bigger? What is it? When I first started coaching in 2010, I had a pretty awesome experience in coaching. I couldn't afford it, so I stopped. 2 years later, I went back into coaching. So 2012, I was in coaching. And then when I joined the Robbins team, I was around a lot of other coaches. And that's when I realized there was a solution to this negative emotion that's been blocking me. I learned from coaching that I now had a tool and a resource that could help me get past the that stops me in my tracks. And I made one decision. I don't remember the exact day, but I made a decision somewhere in 2012, 2013, maybe it was 2014. I decided that whatever I was feeling, I was going to look at it, no matter how difficult it was. And it's probably the thing that changed my standard from that moment moving onward. I would not tolerate avoiding looking at things that don't feel good with inside me. What decision do you need to make? Now, we were talking about known and unknown targets, but what this is really about is crushing it in the unknown. But the only way that's going to happen is to get in the fucking game. So what is the change? What is the commitment? What is the statement? What is the belief? What is the perspective? What is the frame? Like, what do you need to hear, decide, or do to make sure you're always in the game because you give yourself no other option? Because right now, the reason you're all not playing at 100% is because you're giving yourself the option not to. Aiming at a bigger target ain't going to make it happen. Now, you feeling heavy right now? Good. There are times when you need to grind. If we could frame shift our way to success, it would work, but you can't. There are times when frame shifting doesn't work because there's a lesson in the pain. And you cannot outsource your lessons. The reason JDC has been struggling with the funnel so much is because I haven't solved it. Because the funnel of Jason is basically dependent on the visibility of Jason. And if I'm not the right version, I don't get the visibility and the funnels don't work. I've tried to outsource it 5 different times. It doesn't work. It won't work with anybody because it's one of my major lessons in life. If I want to be more visible than this, I have to do everything that comes with that. If you haven't noticed, I've been stuck at 15,800 Instagram followers for over a year now because I haven't found the way out. I've just found it recently. I found the plan recently. But the reason why I'm holding you in this heaviness is because it's grounded. It's beyond the fluff of big targets. We can all set big possible targets, and yes, they're exciting. And then you can go out and attempt to hit it and miss it, and then not feel bad because you're going to set another big impossible target the week later. Instead of riding the high of the potential, let's be grounded in the reality of what you're not going to tolerate. Remember, this is a removal game. This is not a creation game. This is a removal. We got to remove the part of you that says it's okay to give up. We got to remove the part of you that says it's okay to do less than your full potential. And what actually came up to me as a collective answer to the thing that you need to do is you need to stop avoiding the pain. You need to stop skating around and avoiding the negative emotions and heaviness that sucks. You need to sit in that disgusting, heavy shit until it doesn't bother you anymore. Is your certainty starting to rise? Feel that. Feel that. So what if we expect it to be difficult? Expect it to be hard. I can't tell you how many times I called up Lucas Mitchell and I'm like, dude, I'm struggling. And Lucas says, business is hard, Jason. And Ben Beck, who is an awesome individual, will say the same thing. Business is hard. Is there a decision you need to make? Is there a key that will unlock you? Because this state right here, where you're just like, this is where I'm going, and I don't care what's in the way. I don't care what's in the way. I don't care how difficult it is because that's the path I'm going. There's no other option but to take that path. That's where I'm going. Now, when you operate, if you're relating to me and you're feeling this way right now, if you looked over at that thing that's everything, whether you call it life or universe or God, what kind of expression are they giving you right now? What is your gut saying? What is your inner child saying right now? And you know what you need to do next. You know what you need to do next. So I would encourage you to capture as much as you can about this point of view or this new frame, this new you, whatever you're going to call it. Maybe even record a video of yourself. Maybe record a video of yourself, what you're going to say to yourself when it gets hard. And the next time it gets hard, you play that back. You were meant for more than this. Go get it. The world is waiting for you. There's people out there are waiting to be impacted by you. They need you.